Good afternoon, everyone. This is our first ever RaLei Media interviews. I'm Raymond, and the first interview that we have recorded and have for you is with none other than the former Scottish First Minister, Mr. Alex Salmond. Now, the interview was done last March, um, and it was outside of the spring conference in Glasgow, and it's the reason that I haven't uploaded it yet was basically I recorded it with my previous iPhone, and for some reason the interview was about 10 minutes, and for some reason it only recorded about 6.5 minutes. The video itself looked like I had the complete video, but every time I started uploading it to whatever media, it only had about 6.5 minutes. So I was reluctant to upload it for the fact that it wasn't complete. But I thought, well, why not put what I have online, and I hope you guys still enjoy it. We're going to have more interviews, and we're going to have a repeat of these interviews with Alex Salmond in the future, but I hope you guys still enjoy it. And yeah, it is what it is, but it's good to have our first interview with a person like that. And yeah, what are you gonna do about technical issues? Another technical issues. The first time that I um, did the new intro, did the logo, the new logo and background, and during the video you see our logo in the top, but only for part of the interview. So that's another thing. It's a work in progress, but I hope you still enjoy it. And here we go, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. This is our first interview for RaLei Media, and our first guest is the former First Minister of Scotland, Mr. Alex Salmond. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well indeed. It's a sunny day at Hampden Park.
At conference. First question I want to ask you. In your book, The Dream Shall Never Die, you mentioned your dad, that your dad inspired you in your fight for Scottish independence. Do you still do the things you do on that inspiration and in how you now lead ALPA?
Well, my dad was an inspiration to me in lots of ways, not least of which was football.
Yeah.
But my person most influential to me in politics was my grandfather. And he taught me lots and lots about Scottish history in the wines and places in Linlithgow, which is a town at the very centre of Scotland and the very centre of Scots history. So most of what I know and what I still feel came from my grandfather.
All right, that's good. When ALPA was founded 6 weeks before the election, I saw quite a few people online saying, oh, they didn't get elected. They failed in their mission. I saw it as in every area there was 8,000 votes there, 6,000 votes there. That was done in just 6 weeks. I thought that was pretty amazing. And how were your feelings on those results?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem, we had two big problems in the election. Firstly, when I joined the party, I was invited to join it. Laurie Flynn founded it. Mm-hmm. It was too close to the elections because we didn't get our name on or our symbol on the ballot paper, which was a bit of an encumbrance because it was a big ballot paper. And secondly, the BBC, of course, squeezed us out of the debates.
Oh, yeah.
Quite disgracefully. I mean, you might say, oh, well, what does a new party have the right to? Well, that's not what they said about UKIP and Nigel Farage. When he formed UKIP and the Brexit party, they had him on before you could say the British Union.
Yeah.
They had him on everything. I mean, I think he was resident in Question Time. So, the BBC, as you might expect, have one law for a Brexit party and quite a different law for ALPA. And of course, the difference is they don't like independent supporting parties.
Definitely.
So these were the two things that inhibited us in the election campaign last year. But listen, politics is not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Definitely.
And in the space of a year, we've got 6,700 members.
Definitely.
Which is not bad. I mean, I remember in 1994 signing up, 2004 actually, signing up the 6,000th member of the SNP. I remember because it was Bashir Ahmed's daughter at the Inverness conference. So that took the SNP 70 years to get 6,000 members, and Alapa managed it in a year. So
Yeah,
6,700 members is not a bad shout.
definitely.
And also the more than 100 candidates, great candidates, diverse candidates, representing all of Scotland in these elections. That's a even bigger shout. So yeah, I think the party's going places,
Oh, most
and
definitely.
particularly I think now with the launch of the Wee Alapa book, it'll give us a rallying point for the meetings that will take place to Leinster Brent for Scotland. Another significant thing about the last year, and it's been bad for everybody, you know, I'm not making any special pleading here, but when new parties are launched, they depend a great deal on momentum from meetings and you know the excitement that comes from big meetings, and that's just not been possible in pandemic Scotland. And now, hopefully, despite the fact the pandemic is far from over, but the restrictions on meetings are lifted, and therefore it will be possible under proper conditions to have lots of meetings. So I expect to see Alapa having a huge number of meetings, not just this month in the lead up to the elections, but over the next year and more, about the Wee Alapa book and doing what we do best, which is enunciating the cause of Scottish independence.
Yeah, definitely. How do you see an independent Scotland's place in the world?
Well, it's a constructive role in the world. You know, I remember a few years back as First Minister, I went to an exhibition in the Middle East, a trade exhibition. And there was this kind of multi-million pound stand, which was, the slogan was Great Britain, Britain is great. And there was a much smaller, more modest stand with some guys and girls in kilts who were advertising the Locating Scotland message. Anyway, around the Locating Scotland message was this friendly aura that, depending on your point of view, you got iron brew or shortbread or whatever. There was this massive congregation of people wanting to talk about Scotland and what we had to offer. And the actual Britain is Great stand, I watched delegates swerve out the way. Basically because, what you say to an international audience is not how great you are or how powerful you are. What you say is how useful you are, what you've got to contribute. You look for affinity. So I think Scotland hopefully won't make the mistakes that have been made elsewhere and will present itself as a peaceful, constructive, useful country, willing to play its part in international relations and help where we can and do what we can for the benefit of the world. And if we do that, we won't go far wrong.
Well, on a personal note, like I was asked to start up the international branch of ALPA, and I gladly accepted that honor. But like with the S&P, I was in your branch.
Dad that told you to do it.
Yeah, no. Well, I was in your branch. There was only a branch in name. There was nothing going on. Well, guys, like I said, it's just part of the interview. It's a shame that the whole video didn't survive. I don't know what happened. For some strange reason, on the iCloud, on my phone, even when I uploaded it on various formats, Facebook, Twitter, and everything, it was just those 6.5 minutes. So I apologize for that. But like I said, we will have Alex on in the future. So we will do kind of like it won't be this exact same interview, of course, but it will be a repeat and with him. And I hope you guys still enjoyed it. Um, it's the first step in adding to our content, doing something new than just the great fun that I'm having with the music reviews. But I hope you enjoy this as well. Thank you for watching, and please, like I always say, please subscribe to the channel, like and share the videos, and hit the notification button so you'll be notified as soon as a new video comes out. Any suggestions are more than welcome. Please go to our Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram account and leave us a DM. Thank you all for watching, and till next time. See ya. Bye bye.